Yeah, that's because that TV only has one HDMI port.
Yeah, well, it's time to upgrade, buddy. They come with like 4 or 5 of them now.
Give me money, motherfucker.
uh, that's the whole
You
thing,
can
you know.
make
By the way, Mike,
if you.
just so you know, I had to get a microphone for you when we're recording that has the built-in wire so it won't shake. It's like I won't have to hear the tapping anymore.
Oh,
I'm
that's still
using
find a way to annoy you.
I'm using his headphones
So
that he
so
normally
can't
has
hear
that
shit.
mic. No. I'm using the
I'm
mic
not
that
that
he.
deaf.
I have a very like deep voice, so it
You got that.
travels.
You got that James Earl Jones going.
Hey, listen, we got 3 different styles of voices here, and Mike is the one that has the worst voice. That
Well,
accent just kills me.
Anyway,
Yeah,
you
man.
recording this shit?
Oh yeah, I already started recording. It took a second because
Oh,
I was having
great,
an
great,
issue. But yeah, you know I already started recording for this banter.
Yeah.
great shit.
Yep.
Great shit.
So welcome everyone to the Dragoon's Lair podcast. I am the Blue Dragoon himself, Daniel the Dragon, and with me as per usual, come on, Mikey.
It's me, folks. King Hamster Pellet himself, Mike Schiavo.
That's right.
And today we got a special guest in the Dragoon's lair.
Yep.
Yes, it is I,
Yep. We got.
Mr. Douglas
That's right. We got our squire.
Yep.
Squire.
Well, or
I don't.
you know what? I gotta say, one of our listeners, Dan Siri, commented on calling himself a Dragoony. So,
Dragoony, okay.
yep. So he want.
The
He want. I
Dragoony.
guess we might be going with Dragoony.
We
So
can go with
Dragoonies
Dragoon.
never
That's
say
cool.
die.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, I like that better than that fucking Squire shit.
Well, Mike's the one that came up with that one, so you can thank him.
Yeah,
for that.
and that's why. Yeah.
I had to think of something.
Oh, this episode's gonna be all about picking on you, my friend.
What else?
Every
is new?
episode is about picking on Mike.
And none of you could see the screen, but literally he's sandwiched between me and Dan. So
Actually,
gonna have
no,
some
you
fun.
two are on the top.
yeah.
Actually, well, we're all looking at it differently because I'm actually at the bottom on mine, and I'm the one recording the visuals. So
See, I'm on this old, Mac, so it's the only
Hey.
way they had it back then.
well, that's the
It
only
was
thing Mike
free,
ever has is
motherfucker.
old.
The Mac was free. Shut your bitch mouth.
You're gonna have to
And he
speak
has
up. With that
he has
accent,
this-
Mike, you need to speak up.
I said it was a free Mac, so shut up.
Yeah, and I had to buy a microphone just so you'd be able to be heard and stop with the tapping.
What can I say? I have.
All right, man. Can I
ADHD?
start off something here? Talking about something here.
Sure.
Yeah,
let's,
go.
let's.
The
What,
first thing.
we brought you on because you have been a longtime listener. So
Listen.
and you've supported the show, and
Our
we want
first fan.
to show how much we enjoy our fans. So we've got you here. So let's start. Doug,
First
start it
thing.
off.
The first thing I'm going to talk about, because I seen it today and I went crazy. I just talked to Mike about it over in the car ride. That Flash poster.
Oh yeah.
That Flash poster.
Yep.
Yeah. Season
And I'm
season 9 of the
no,
Flash.
no.
No, the movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Did you see that?
No, I have not seen it.
My God, you need to look at your phone and just see it. I mean, to understand where I'm coming from as a Batman fan, and yes, I'll say it, it is Flash. I believe he's in the Bat Cave, and you see the bat, like
the
the
forks
horns.
of the
Yeah. And it's just, then you see an opening of light, and I think that's the Speed Force.
Okay.
So it was just out of this world amazing the way they made it look. It just visually mind fucked the shit out of me.
Oh,
My
Man.
brain couldn't take it.
it looks.
And during the
The Flash
Stupid Bowl
looks
on
visually
Sunday-
great. I can't
Yeah.
deny that. I just can't stand Ezra Miller.
Mm.
I understand that, I
And
understand
during the Stupid Bowl on Sunday, they're supposed to be dropping a new trailer for the Flash movie.
Yeah, that's right, because, it's that time of year where now
Yeah.
we all have to gather around the TV, and we're not watching for a game, we're watching for the commercials.
Yeah. Football is the only sport where for the championship game, everybody tunes in for the commercials.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what they do with this M&M's gimmick that they've been doing, because the whole thing of Maya Rudolph, she's very funny, very talented, but I'm like, these commercials are ridiculous. Like the whole thing with her making them clam flavored. and calling them Mayas. I'm like, this with her face on them. I'm like, oh, they are trolling us big time for this. I think they're actually trolling guys like Tucker Carlson who are sexualizing the fucking female M&Ms. I'm like, you're attracted to
Yeah.
cartoon characters. You know what? You've got other issues to worry about.
Oh
Only
yeah,
thing,
without a doubt.
only thing I got to say is go Philly, hey yo. You know,
Well,
anybody that knows me, I'm a Rocky fan, so I gotta go with Philly naturally.
yeah, listen, Rocky's a great franchise. You know, we leave out number 5. Number 5 doesn't count because
Nah, you can't. I'm gonna argue this one.
it's the
Mike's
fever dream.
laughing. Hey, listen. Stallone himself said, "Hey, listen, 5. I'm just glad I didn't kill him off like the original script intended. 5 was hey, 1990 was 5 years from 4. What are we gonna do?" So they wrote a script. When I seen it, I always fanboy out in the fights. It's Rocky. You know. Then Balboa came out like what, 16, 17, 18 years later,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just knocked everybody out the way they did it.
And that
You
was the
know?
thing, though. Balboa is what helped to give us Creed. And I got to say, the Creed franchise has been going really good. I mean, they've already signed for a third. For another,
Oh, it's coming out
now
next
after
month.
the third, they got another one. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this one.
I heard somewhere that they were supposed to bring in Clubber Lang's kid.
Well, that's why
Okay.
they
They
said they.
want Drago.
Well, that was why, like, Stallone's like, I'm not going to keep doing this because what's it going to be? Him fighting all my old enemies?
No, there's something behind that. It's the original executive producers are just milking it, and they're not really making it an enticing story like they usually do.
Well, now,
Which they also aren't giving the man his due to his rights. So
well,
I know
listen,
that much.
I want to see what they do with Jonathan Majors coming in
Oh, yeah.
as the opponent this time around. Because you figure we're going to have Kang the Conqueror taking on Killmonger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Boss Logic made those posters beautifully.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. And Jonathan Majors, he's coming out of the gate this year. Like, he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
coming
he was
out.
in Loki, right?
Yep, did
He
Loki.
he started off in Loki, and then after that,
We
and
got
wasn't
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania coming out.
oh yeah,
You
17th.
figure he's already slated for Avengers Kang. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's gonna be a whole new Avengers movie, right? That's
oh
gonna
yeah,
be.
it's all gonna like Kang is the centerpiece, and I'm like, I kind of was hoping we get like, and I'm still hoping they sneak some Doctor Doom in there somewhere.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. He was
Somewhere along the lines.
If you're gonna
he
bring
was
in,
already done twice though.
yeah, I no,
No.
no, he's been done 3 times technically, and I don't like.
Yeah, I
counting
forgot about
any of
that
them.
one. I forgot about that first one.
Yeah, everyone
Which one?
forgets
The,
the Roger Corman movie.
Oh, the Roger Corman one, right?
Yeah, the one that it was never released to the general public, but yet somehow managed to get out there. Hint, hint, DC, Batgirl.
Well, that's just like how Deadpool came to be. They did the test footage, and then it was leaked, and that's
was
how
that
people.
was
saw it.
that a quote and a comma? Your air quotes
Yeah.
became a quote
He's
and a
getting-
comma.
He's
I got
giving
my
you.
exclamation point right here, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's giving you his pointer.
Yeah, because he no longer has a middle finger.
I do too.
You're almost a Ninja Turtle with like the 4 fingers. You're like a Simpsons character.
So yeah, getting back to it though, honestly, yeah, some Doom would be cool. We got Secret Wars coming out on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That I've been waiting for that one.
Listen, right now
No.
I am completely excited about the slate that they have for the Marvel universe.
Mhm.
Some of the stuff I'm not expecting to be top tier, but then again, it's going to take some getting used to a whole new team.
Yeah.
And this is like, but what they've got so far looks like they're leading up to something big. And I can't wait to see where they go with it.
Well, look at the continuity in that first 10-year period alone.
Oh yeah. The
I
problem
mean,
let's face it though, the problem was they delayed to like I actually think that Black Widow should have came out in the time between Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah, it would have been better if it did it that way.
Because let's face it, we see what she was doing before they kill her off.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fans that disagreed with her going, but you know,
They had to. Some of the characters had to go, and in all honesty, I'm looking forward to seeing Florence Pugh, I believe is how the last name's pronounced. Like, she was amazing, and to see her come back, like especially when she came back in Hawkeye, like
I liked when like she kept saying,
it has pockets.
in Hawkeye, huh?
It has pockets.
And no, when Kate Bishop, I like how like when they were talking in like the apartment, she's like, "Why do you keep saying my full name just so I know you know it?" Yes, that is close. Why?
Yeah.
Of course, that's what I want you to know.
Listen, her character's a great ball buster, so it's like I want to see more of her, and I want to see where they go with everything, especially with the Thunderbolts.
Oh, don't get me started.
Okay, now here's the question.
Woo.
Here's the question.
Okay.
All right. In the as you saw in the Avengers, Thunderbolt Ross was William Hurt. Now, supposedly they signed Harrison Ford to be Thunderbolt Ross.
Yep.
I would have gone back and I would have casted
Stephen Lang?
no. What's his name? From the Incredible Hulk movie. The one with
my man from Tombstone.
Yep.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott. I would have casted Sam Elliott because he did not do a bad job as Thunderbolt.
No, he didn't. But you got to write off that Hulk movie. Sorry, Ang Lee's Hulk.
See, that's where I disagree because I actually liked that movie. The only thing I hated was the hulked out dogs. When you have a hulked out poodle, I'm laughing at you at that point.
What I didn't like about it was the way they kept doing like all like the transitions.
See, it made
Like,
me feel like it was a comic book come to life. That's what I love.
It made me motion. It gave me motion sickness.
That whole thing just with Nick Nolte and his dad and all that, I never seen that before. And usually I'm like, they can only do so much from comic book to screen to understand that. But I just, when it first came out, I was like, oh, damn, this is great, But after Iron Man and seeing all that, I was like, nah, that Hulk wasn't up to par, really. For me, anyway.
Think about it. Honestly. No, wait, sorry, never mind.
Train of thought got derailed there?
No, I actually was going to contradict myself because, like, wait, you had Thunderbolt Ross, but it was William Hurt, not the other guy, not Sam.
I honestly believe Harrison's going to bring something, and if we get the Red Hulk, I will be happy because I followed that from issue 1 to almost the last issue.
Red Hulk's going to be an interesting look because now you're going to see Red Hulk with Harrison Ford's face. So it's one of those things of like, okay, are we getting Han Solo style or are we getting drunk Ford?
Listen, all I know is Harrison Ford doesn't look very happy when he even just looks at you. So It's just going to be a miserable red-looking Hulk, not happy, ready to kill,
Listen,
Harrison Ford is the only person who could be happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah, but it looks like he sold his soul to Disney anyway because here's another Indiana Jones movie and now you're Thunderbolt Ross.
You know what, though? Those first 3 movies.
I have to say, hang on, I got to say, this is the first time we're kind of shitting on Marvel where we've been shitting on DC nonstop. Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk about DC because I got a lot to say about that, but I don't know where to go with it.
I want to talk DC because I want to talk about The Flash. Season 9 just started back up.
Yeah.
And did you guys see the first episode?
No, I did not.
Okay, Mike.
I had. You
didn't? Oh my God. Let me tell you. The first episode, and it was perfect for February because it virtually was Groundhog's Day. They're repeating the time over and over again, and they're setting things up. So we're seeing they really ended off where we still don't know who it is, but we see who Caitlyn's new character is. So Daniel Panamaker is no longer Caitlyn. She's no longer Killer Frost. She seems like she's some new character that is like an amalgamation or something. It's like She's neither.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting. And when you get to the very end of the episode, it's like you see a very quick, like, Speed Force evil, like, because it's supposed to be Red Death. But you see it, and the Flash Lightning, though, has a red bat symbol in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta go watch this now.
Oh, yeah. It's got
But
this.
I heard the Big Bad, at least coming back for like the last 2 episodes. Tom Cavanaugh said he will come back and reprise his role as Reverse Flash for the last 2 or 3 episodes. He said he will come back.
See, now it's going to be weird because they killed him off.
They always kill him off.
But they've killed him off to the point where they said he's like completely out of the timeline this time around. They killed off every version of Thawne.
He'll find a way to come back. Somehow his consciousness will be in the Speed Force, and who knows? Maybe you'll see Red Death, and then maybe at the end he'll reveal himself to be Reverse Flash.
Well, from everything I've heard, because they started talking online about the rumors of what we would have gotten for us if they got to a season 10,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm upset.
What did you hear?
It was going to lead into the Darkest Night, where we were getting Black Lanterns, and Barry was going to be going to the Legion, the Hall of Justice, to go and recruit all the other heroes, and we were going to get John Diggle as the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
Yep.
Wow.
So what could have been, this is where I got, like, this is why I shit on DC. James Gunn's trying, but it's like, I don't know. It's like
He's fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad we're getting another season of Peacemaker.
Yeah. Well, his wife is on that show, so
his wife and John Cena. Let's face it, Cena made that fucking role.
Oh, listen, yeah. that show, I bought it. That's how much I like it. That way I can watch it whenever I want. Download it to my phone.
That's the smart thing that Warner Brothers has done, which is they're selling their shows on DVD, as opposed to Marvel, where they're like, oh, the Marvel series, we're not selling them.
Yeah, you have to get it. You have to download it, and pray to God we never take it off our library.
Yeah. It's like everything's going to go back into the Disney vault at some point or another. The old days of the Disney vault, where it's like, oh, get the Little Mermaid now before it disappears from shelves for who knows how long.
Until we need more money.
My daughters must have had 3 different versions of those growing up.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like there are so many different versions, the VHS, the DVDs, the laser discs. It's like you can tell we're all that old that we remember the VHS tapes.
With the dildo on the castle.
Yeah. And the priest with the erection.
Oh.
That's how fucked up Disney is, man. They're like, oh, we're wholesome entertainment. Fuck you.
Oh, they're wholesome. But, we got to get the adults that want to be there.
Yeah, give them something to watch.
Again, I do my yearly.
Go ahead, Doug.
No, I'm sorry. It's your show, brother. Go ahead.
No. You're our guest. I want to hear what you have to say.
I subscribe to that every year. Again, I got 11-year-old twins. I got my older daughters that are Disney freaks. Like, they always asking me, did you change the info again? Because I'm a password whore. I do that. And I'm like, yeah, just give me a minute. Like, 3 days later, I sent it to them. So I do my yearlies, so I'm able to catch up on everything. Yeah. This is where you were talking about the Arrowverse before. Right now, I'm doing a rewatch of the whole thing. Because I lost my spot.
Oh, it is a challenge and a half to rewatch the Arrowverse.
No, it's not, because I gave Mike an actual timeline on how to do it. I found it. I sent it to him. So Mike sent that to Dan so he could check it out.
Yeah, it's like you got to watch Arrow episodes like the first season, and then you got to watch like
when once Barry comes on, then you got to split between him and the Flash and Arrow.
Yeah. And then you got to do Legends when they come on, and you got to do freaking
But you got to hit Supergirl during Flash.
Yep.
They tell you when and how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then watch Constantine,
The one season. Then you
which
got
I'm
Vixen.
upset that they're making another Constantine movie and it has Keanu Reeves in it. Because after seeing what's
Matt
his name,
Ryan.
Matt Ryan as Constantine, I can't see anybody else playing Constantine.
Well, I agree with you on that one, but I will say one thing that I did find interesting that James Gunn is proposing for this new DC era, because it's supposedly a separate studio than Warner Brothers now,
Mhm.
but it's going to be that, what was it? All, like, if they're doing animated, the people doing the voices for the characters are also supposed to play the actual heroes. Which, if
Wow.
that's the
Fine.
case, I'm very interested to see, because I saw the new Supergirl, the Legion of Tomorrow movie,
Okay.
and Batman is Dean Winchester, so Jensen Ackles.
Wow. I could
Nice.
see that. I could
Well,
see that though.
He also did the voice of Red Hood in Batman Under the Red Hood.
oh yeah, and that's why I want to see this, because you know what? This just goes to it's almost like a behind the scenes battle for the cowl.
You know,
And
this is the one question that I have with DC when they make their decisions. You don't want to do it. It might be too much to do like a full blown live action, fine, but animate it. Give us Crisis animated, and you stick true or as close as you can to the comic book. Give us the Armageddon story. Give us Panic in the Sky. Give us Battle for the Cowl. Do the whole Death of Batman. Give us Battle for the Cowl. There are so many stories that they could adapt to cartoon that would be amazing. They would have like at least 3-4 years worth of cartoon movies ready
Yeah,
to go.
listen,
and
I
that's
think
Batman alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is a stigma when it comes to animated movies, because for some reason people constantly think animation is for children, and that's not the case at all. So because there's that stigma, it seems like that's why they don't want to do it, which is a shame, because DC does their animation so much better than their
Oh, what
live action.
that
And
is the one area where DC kicks Marvel's ass.
yeah, although I am looking forward to seeing the return of X-Men on Disney Plus, because
Yeah.
they're continuing the 90s X-Men series.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
What is
They're,
it called? X-Men 93, right?
uh
92?
or 96, something like that.
Isn't yeah. Because
It's
it started in the early 90s, right? And
Early
it ended
90s,
in the
yeah.
late
yeah.
90s.
So
No, early.
they're continuing on with the characters, and they said it's a continuation of the series. Which
I
I can't
always
wait for
wish they
that.
would bring in more, like when they bring in like other characters. Like I wish they would have kept Archangel on the team. I wish they would have kept Colossus on the team from
problem
that
is the
show.
team gets too crowded.
Yeah, I know. Well, do you remember when they relaunched X-Men in the early 90s? They did the gold and the blue team.
Yep.
They
And
could have
yet
done something.
Wolverine is on all of them.
Well, he's Wolverine, so of course.
Wolverine's on blue. He was on gold. He's on the black team, the red team. Like, it didn't matter what they did. It's like X Force, X Factor, Gen X. It's like, where can we throw Wolverine in?
The X-Force!
Yeah.
There's a point where he had a bandana as a mask and he lost his arm or something. Like he had that big
Oh yeah.
thing
Oh, no,
over his arm.
That
Yeah.
was when they did the Age of
Onslaught.
storyline, and Cyclops and him finally like duked it out. Wolverine cut out one of Cyclops' eyes, and Cyclops blasted off Wolverine's arm. But towards like the big fight at the end of the storyline, you see him with like just like the metal cap on his arm, and he's fighting Cyclops, and he punches him with the metal cap on the arm, and then you just hear sneak, and then you see the claw coming through Cyclops' midsection, and Cyclops is like, "How?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You lopped my arm off, but I had my claws retracted inside my forearm at the time, motherfucker." Flock, and he finally kicks Cyclops' ass.
Yeah. Listen, comics have such a great, rich history that they have plenty that they could work with. But,
Yep.
Marvel's got to wait until the contract from Fox expire before we're ever going to see them really pop up. But it's coming closer and closer, so it.
Well, hey, you got Deadpool 3 with Wolverine coming, so
Yep.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
excited for that one.
That's the dream. That is the absolute goal at this point.
Yep.
So we've got plenty of like stuff to look forward to. Marvel's given us a lot of good stuff to look forward to. DC's in that zone of like I'm hesitant for all of it because it's like it's gonna be hit or miss, and
Yeah.
I'm willing to give certain things a shot. I'm interested to see what they do with Blue Beetle, but I am not like the only thing that really has me truly excited is the possibility that they actually continue and do Booster Gold.
And I say the only person in my mind who can play Booster is The Miz.
Let me ask you a question. Who was Donald Faison? You guys were talking in the last episode.
Donald Faison was Booster Gold.
Okay.
They brought him in at the very last episode of Legends.
Okay.
So it was like a Hail Mary. They were hoping that they could get picked up again. And it was like, you see Booster with the Legends, you're like, oh God, yeah, no. I want to see this. So
they might bring it back.
Shame.
You never know.
Yeah.
They might bring it back. You never know.
Yeah.
They throw those things out, and then a year later, all of a sudden, something happens.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they'll get the same cast back, and it won't be the same without, like, what is it, Katie Lotz, who was a White Canary. She was absolutely amazing. She was my main reason for watching the show because she was funny. She was kicking ass. I was like, you know what? Her Sarah Lance was great. But now I told Mike I wanted to make sure he watched you people on Netflix. And Mike,
I didn't.
Oh my! Like Mike, did you get a chance to sit down and actually watch it?
Not the whole thing. I saw part of it, and I'm like, it was funny in parts, but I don't know. It just I couldn't keep my attention for too long.
See, now for me personally, it's like I was watching it and I enjoyed it. I felt like it did go over the top in certain points where it was like, okay, this is a little too much. But I could definitely relate to seeing like Eddie Murphy as a father who it's like, you're not good enough for my daughter. I've had that and I've seen that look where it's like not threatening, but at the same time, it's like, oh, he's going to give me nothing but shit. And that's exactly what he did. Mike, no one wants to see your ass if I decide to go and post the video on this one, so please.
Yeah, man. But Eddie, come on, it's Eddie Murphy. I think he had a good run on Netflix so far.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what did he have? Dolomite?
Yeah, but
right?
This
Dolomite.
was Eddie Murphy, though, not funny. He was stone cold.
He was stone.
Yeah, he was the straight guy.
Yep.
Really?
He's like the straight man, deadpan. Well, you had Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Jonah Hill's mother, and she was hilarious. But David Duchovny, who just kept going off about Exhibit. I was dying. It's like that's all he knew about black culture was Exhibit. It's like he focused in on that, and he would just keep talking about it.
Now I'm gonna have to see that one.
Yeah, it's a movie I would definitely say is a one-time watch. It's not something you're gonna watch over again, but if you watch it once, you're gonna probably enjoy. Like you're not gonna regret it, but you're not gonna. It's not gonna be for everyone, but it is gonna be one of those movies where it's like, okay, I enjoyed it. It's not something I'm coming back to, but all right.
There is so much to watch. It is like mind-boggling. Really. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna watch it. I'll say it, but I'm gonna have to put it on my list. Like I have 5 pages of stuff that I need to get to. You know.
Oh, if you saw the list of things I have to get to, I have no time. And I've had a miserable week, and all I've been looking forward to is the entertainment just to keep me going and keep me sane. Because if it wasn't for like last night, don't even try to start with me, Mike, because I know you're going to say I'm not sane. So
you're
don't
not.
even.
Okay, you know what? We're going to break Mike. This is the part of the podcast we're really going in on Mike.
Oh,
now, anybody that has my Instagram, it's DougPack79. There's a picture of Michael in a Cobra Commander suit. You could see his face through the visor of the mask. And he looks like he's smiling. He's happy he's beating down this guy in front of him. And it just, when I seen it, when I was watching it, where I'm sitting right now, I was watching it. Lynn was like, "You all right?" I was laughing
He had me pause the
hysterically.
film.
I was like,
I
"Did you
can't
see
blame
that?"
him.
Listen, you need to watch it. And that part where he's fighting, what's the character's name, Mike?
Stalker.
Yeah, when he's fighting that guy. Listen, the only thing I remember was like I had to go to the bathroom. That's how hard I laughed.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Exactly. It was like I was like Cobra Commander does not laugh. He looks like he's laughing and looking down at this guy's jock. That's what it looked like.
You know what? I've seen Andre's posted like stuff about the visual effects and everything on TikTok. It looks great, but
It's
I'm like,
amazing.
I know there's going to be some kind of screw up because Mike's involved.
Oh, he had long. They were like referencing. Oh, what happened? What's up with your hair?
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Well, the only reason why I put that in there was when I originally wrote the script. I was only supposed to be Cobra Commander.
Doesn't matter. You shave your hair and turn it blonde.
I was in
If you-
another show. I couldn't.
Get a wig.
My
Oh, that
hair
would
is
have
too
been that
long.
would have been even
Got the
better. I
back.
would have broke his balls even about that.
Oh, absolutely.
You would have seen his black fluffy hair coming out
Yeah,
this
you see
side, that
black locks
side.
coming out.
Listen, I'll give Mike the ability to make fun of me because I'm pretty sure Mike remembers when I dyed my hair blonde.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
I did that
it
once.
was it was terrible.
It was bad.
I kept cutting it because I just refused to shave my head to get rid of it, but I let it grow out where at one point it looked like I had fucking frosting tips. It looked terrible.
It looked like
So-
one of the Backstreet Boys.
I did
No, it
that
looked
back
like
in
I
the
was a
mid
wannabe
'90s.
Eminem at that point. It was with a real Slim
Before
Shady,
Eminem,
please
so it was
stand
the
up.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, dark eyebrows, dark goatee, but yet blonde fucking
Blonde
hair.
hair.
Oh man.
It was terrible. And I will let him be able to rip on me for that one for the rest of my life because even I know I can't live that one down.
As long as he doesn't show up at my door, fully shaved, slick back hair, friggin' jacket all the way up to his neck, looking like he wants to pick up my kids to take him to a van. It's like that guy looked like a sick bastard that day. I'm like, yo, is this Mike? He looked like a serial killer.
You know, I said this about one of the guys that I went to high school with, and I can say it about Mike. It's like when I saw the guy's graduation photo for the yearbook, it was like, ladies, would you let this man date your daughter?
When did this become the Pick on Mike podcast? Let's get back to the topic.
Turn your head to the left again, Mike. Look at that canopy, that friggin' nose.
Well, listen, look, I've been watching a ton of stuff lately, so I mean,
Yeah.
they just finished on Netflix, not Netflix, Amazon Prime, the second season of The Legend of Vox Machina, the Critical Role
Mhm.
like animated series. The second season's amazing. I cannot wait for a third. And then I caught up on Night Court because there was an episode that it's like you had to watch it on demand because they didn't show it last week.
Which one?
Episode 4, it was what was it? Dan going out on a date, or them trying to get
On
Dan to go out on a
after-
date.
No, that was on Channel 4. That was aired regular time.
I did not see it on my they were showing something else.
No, it was that I remember watching it on regular TV. It was on.
Well, I caught up with the last 2 episodes. I'm loving everything that they're doing on this one. Which our next podcast, we do have to go over what Mike and I had already discussed, which was we're going to talk about old versus new. So an original show that they did and like the remake or like the continuation, and compare where it falls in like, was it good? Is it not? Was it necessary? We'll tackle that on our next episode. But
Okay.
The Last of Us
Yes.
has been absolutely amazing.
I was a little nervous, hoping they wouldn't fall into the do what The Walking Dead did, where it started out zombie, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're fighting humans now. I
Yep.
feel with us, especially on the last episode, it was a nice blend, and it was hysterical when they're driving in the truck
Oh yeah.
and the girl's in the back. Oh my God, how's he walk with that thing? And Pedro Pascal almost like shit himself.
Oh.
She's hysterical.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry, she's great. I love her.
She is basically trying to break him, and that her character does that in the game. Like
Okay.
there really is. Doug, you told me you started playing The Last of Us, but
Yeah,
you're not watching the show.
No, I'm gonna stay. You know what? It's an old school mentality. I'm playing the game. Once I get far enough and I think I could watch it, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing I'm pretty sure you've already caught on in playing the game that Ellie has her little joke books and she likes to tell
Oh
like,
yeah, I
the
love it.
puns.
I love
Oh,
it. I love it.
So they do
And he
keep
turns
that.
around and is like, "What?
Yeah, that's part of the show. And
Really?"
I'm laughing because you can tell she's trying to get him to break. It is absolutely amazing. And
It sold me the minute Pedro was casted as that guy. I was like, okay, because I love him and everything he does. You know?
oh yeah, but the common joke now online is, what's that show with Pedro Pascal where he's a
Yeah.
dad?
was
Which
that show
one?
where he escorts the magic child across the land?
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one
exactly.
with the kid with the genetic features that it's like they can everyone's after them because of this genetic specialty? It's like, which show? It's like Pedro Pascal has almost been typecast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's making that money. Good
Oh,
for
he's
him.
making that money, but you know what? I gotta say, he is a phenomenal talent, and I loved the movie with him and Nicolas Cage,
Nicolas
The
Cage.
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I was just gonna say that he is great in that film.
And they let Nick Cage go full Cage.
Yeah. He went.
You never go full cage.
Oh yeah, no, he went full Cage.
He went full cage. To steal a line from Tropic Thunder, you never go full retard. You never
Yeah.
go full cage.
Oh yeah, it's like no one ever lets him go full Nicolas Cage. He went full Nick Cage.
Oh yeah.
It was absolute genius, and I was so glad that they did that. And that movie showed that it's like not only does Nicolas Cage still have it, but Pedro Pascal is so talented. And then his Saturday Night Live performance recently.
Oh, when he was Mario.
Oh, not yet. The Mario Kart trailer that they came out with for a movie. That was, I didn't know I wanted it, and now I do.
Yeah.
The only thing funnier was him as the typical Spanish mother.
See,
It's
I'm
like-
watching that soon.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm behind a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, it's like him as a typical Spanish mother. Oh, I brought. Where can I put the vegan sliders? Oh, I'll take
Oh,
those
man.
right in the garbage. Vegan sliders with fucking nuts. Like I was dying. I'm like, yep, this is what you would expect. And I'm like, my mom is Spanish. I don't think she would go that far, but yeah. Yeah. Pedro Pascal has done an amazing job. These last 2 episodes of The Last of Us, they broke like the audience emotionally.
Yeah. Oh, it's not this past one, but the week before. With,
Yeah, the one with Frank.
Yeah. Oh my God. The whole like story of itself is sad because of what's happening, but that one I was like, holy shit.
And that's actually and that's changed from the game because you hear about it but you don't see it. This is now seeing the relationship play out.
Now seeing Nick, is it Offerman or Hofferman?
I think it's Offerman.
Well, seeing Nick Offerman in like the commercials and the previews before it came out, I thought he was going to be in the show.
Yep.
But he stole the show in that episode. Like those two were like, forget it.
Yep. One episode that really deviated from the game itself, and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Will it ruin the game for me if I start watching it?
No.
Have you gotten to the character of Frank?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with the long haired guy, the guy that Hofferman's playing. Yeah.
Yeah. So finish off that part, and then you can because it won't like spoil because they basically expand on it.
I know exactly where I am. I'm in the warehouse where that big creature comes in. The mushroom guy. He's huge and he's
Oh,
throwing these gas pellets.
yeah,
And
that. Oh, yeah, no.
I'm gonna agree with you on something you said in the previous podcast. After 3 tries, control goes down. Those things cost money. I'm a city worker.
Yep.
I listen. Yeah, I have to buy those things on credit card if I break it. So
Oh yeah.
they're not getting broken. That control goes down.
Yeah, rage quitting's one thing. Rage destroying your controller might,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
never getting another
yeah.
one is a whole different story.
PS3.
PS3 with no controller. I'm pretty sure you could have gotten a used one if you go on GameStop's bullshit website. And I do not
Probably.
support that company because I've worked for them, and I worked for them for like 5 years. They are a
Which
giant
one?
ripoff.
Which one did you work for?
GameStop.
Yeah.
I had 2 different stores. I was at the one outside the Staten Island Mall next to Men's Warehouse, which no longer exists,
I
and
remember
then
that
the
one.
one on Forest and Richmond.
Okay. Sorry for that experience.
Oh no, I loved working there, but I felt so bad when people would come in and
Yeah,
they
they
think
yeah.
you think you're going to get a good value, and I've gotten screwed over by them. I will say the biggest screw job ever was I bought the TNA wrestling game for the PS3, and that was the biggest mistake of my life. Game was terrible. I sold it back within the first 3 days. I gave it
hmm
almost 3 days. I got maybe $25 in store credit.
Wow.
They put it back on the shelf where it went from being $59.99 to $49.99.
Yeah. They don't, that's why I buy digital now.
Oh yeah. Listen, I like buying used because I like having the physical copy, but at this and getting it for a bit of a cheaper price. But the screw job you get when you're the one selling them back.
Yeah.
The last time I walked into a GameStop, I walked into the store I used to work at. No one that I knew works there really, so I stood there to get Mass Effect Andromeda, and I kid you not, I was waiting for a half an hour and there was no line. I was the line. You had one guy selling back a system and some games, another guy buying a bunch of used shit and didn't know what it was. They had 3 employees, 3 registers, and they wouldn't open up the third register. And I happened to get the manager when I got there. I looked at him. I'm like, my card's expired. I used to work for this place. I'm not buying any of the extra stuff. I'm not pre-ordering a game. I don't want to renew my card. I don't need a warranty. Just sell me the game. You're lucky I'm even in the store right now.
Yeah, it gets annoying. Just I can see it on your face. You're like, oh god, just talking about it, like it hurts you.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things where I had a great boss when I was there, but they
hmm
screwed everyone over so royally that I
mm
ended up I the day they told me I wasn't getting promoted to management was the day I went. I said screw you and went and started applying. I already had my application for another job.
Now, who sets the prices for the buyback? Is it the corporation or is
Yep,
it individual
it's the
stores?
corporation because it's all in their system and it's terrible. I will say though, one of the best things for that was the buy two get the third free when they were still selling used DVDs because you could buy an
Wow.
entire box set and get 2 or 3 box sets and it was very affordable.
They stopped doing that a long time ago, though. I
Oh yeah,
believe.
that was the thing that sucked. But it like I will trash that company till I'm blue in the face because you know what they didn't deserve what they were doing to people.
You know
So
they're not doing the best right now.
No, they're
good,
not.
They're
Everything
not
is
doing the
being
best.
downloaded now.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like I said, I'm doing digital gaming. I got the PS5 disc version. I
yep,
put in because you can't get those like you normally can. They're not in stores. They get sold quick and they get a batch of them and they go.
yeah, because
So I just put in
people want a physical copy of the
yeah.
game because if all of a sudden it disappears, it
hmm
disappears. You won't ever
I'm
be able
talking
to
about the
play it.
systems itself. The
Yeah,
system itself. Yeah, you even have to put I had to put on a waiting list with Amazon. The disc version is the one that got back to me, so I just did that. Otherwise, I would have took the digital. But
yeah.
now I can play my DVDs.
There you go. Yeah, and you have a Blu-ray player, so it's right there.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where it's like Sony does some good stuff, but they also do some
yeah.
shitty things as well. So, but then again, I'm not gonna crucify them. I wish they had an actual streaming service, but they don't have a library of stuff that they could stream.
Because they outsource it all, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
thing is, it's like, okay, you figured they have Spider-Man. That's what they have. It's like, okay, so all the Spider-Man movies should be on Disney Plus because but they're not. So it's like,
Yeah,
where
that's
can
like
you watch them all?
it's funny is you could see Spider-Man. I think the original Toby ones, they were on Netflix for a while, right? Or
Yep.
they may
Yeah.
still be there. I think they're still there.
Yeah, the Toby ones, the Andrew Garfield ones.
Not the newer ones. The newer ones, if anything, will hit Disney
Disney.
Plus before anything else.
Yeah, maybe if they ever do actually let them, because if you wanted to do full Marvel Cinematic Universe on Disney Plus, it does not work. It's basically, okay, we want to go for the full universe. It's like you can see him in Civil War, and then you don't get Homecoming, you don't get Far From Home.
Yeah.
It's like, here's Civil War, and here's him in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yeah. Now let's talk. Let's jump back to the Toby verse for a minute. When the first Spider-Man came out, it was right after 9/11, and they got rid of that scene with the Twin Towers.
Yep.
Was that just for the trailer, or was that actually in the movie? Because
It was
watching
supposed
it
to be
looked
in the
like
movie, from my understanding. They
because
pulled
I've
the
seen
whole
it,
thing.
it looked like it was just supposed to be like a trailer.
Oh no, it was supposed to be like one of the scenes of Spider-Man foiling a robbery, and it was I believe it was supposed to be in the actual movie.
Well, if you look one of the scenes when like you see him like while he's foiling robberies, he jumps and he lands on the side of a building and he looks out. It's like a real quick blink and you miss it scene. You see the towers in the reflection of his lens.
Yeah, they didn't digitally remove that, but that was the thing. They took it out because of everything, and I understood why.
Yeah,
But
I
that
just I didn't
trailer,
know.
the
I don't know if
trailer
that was
alone
just
got
supposed
everyone hyped for the movie.
yeah. I don't know if that was just supposed to be a trailer or it was going to be in the film.
Yeah. Well,
They were doing that in a lot of areas though. Like the Sopranos, they removed the towers in the rear view out of
yeah.
Yeah,
respect. Just respect to the whole thing, families and whatnot.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you do certain things out of respect, and you do other things that aren't. Which I want to talk about the topic because lately everyone's been going off about this new fucking Harry Potter game. Now,
ah,
there's the whole controversy because J.K. Rowling's anti-trans, and like there's a whole thing apparently that I wasn't even aware of about being anti-Jewish and stuff, and like so the anti-Semitic thing or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? Everyone who's been talking and bashing people about playing the game, you realize you've actually hyped it. So oh shit, what the hell?
yeah.
Yeah,
We got 10 minutes left.
yeah, I know. I caught that one. It's like, so that just threw off of the video. So I'm not upgrading. So we'll like log back in if anything. But
Okay.
it's basically like I've gone and like the controversy basically breaks down to an entire thing of you're talking about a game, you're promoting it, but yet at the same time, what are you expecting everyone to do? It's people are going to play a game. The franchise got
Mm-hmm.
kids to read.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a problem when it's like if you're getting kids to read, it's done some good. You don't
Yeah.
have to like the creator, you don't have to support the creator. But if you want to ban it and not have people like play the game, you can express your opinion, but the more you talk about it, the more people are going to play it because they
Yeah.
want to see
Problem
it.
here. This is when I talked to you about this. I don't know if we're recorded.
No, it
I
didn't.
just got the game. I just got the game today. All right. I was one of those. I bought the game. My daughter's actually the one that brought that up to me because we have gay family members.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Who doesn't?
people know trans people. I have no problem with anybody. I'm all about respect me. I respect you, whoever you are. We're all human beings.
Yep.
the thing I understand where people are coming from, but remember how many people are unemployed because of this. Remember
Yep.
how many people are employed because they're printing the books. So, say if like we were talking about the cancel culture thing earlier, right?
Yep.
Say if they decide to say, yeah, we're gonna shut you down. You're not just shutting down her. You're shutting down jobs. You're shutting down lives. You know, you got a Harry Potter store in New York that I frequented. You got some good people working in these places. You know, and yeah, it's a story. It's done some good. It helped people enjoy reading. So we gotta just focus on the good on that one. It's
Yep.
a fun story to tell.
And not
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
you
but
know
not only
the
that, it's they're attacking the people who are streaming the game, playing it. It's
yeah,
like
that's not right.
you're going after someone who had no involvement in the game whatsoever just because
Yeah,
you're saying they're supporting like anti-trans and like anti-Semitic stuff. I am not for being against somebody for who they are, but
hmm
at the same time, it's like if the hype would go down, everyone forgets that if you don't talk about something, people forget about it. That's what politicians hope for most of the time. They have a scandal, they try not to address it and hope the next thing comes up and it'll drown it out.
Yeah, it close my eyes and it'll go away.
Yeah.
But some of these people who are like, oh, she's doing this and she's against this and she's against that, we have to cancel them. Okay, then you know what? By that standard, go after Disney.
Oh yeah.
Because Walt fucking Disney, the
Was an
anti-Semitic
anti-Semitic
rants that
like
man would
Nazi
go on,
sympathizer.
right? The anti-Semitic rants that man would go on. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
And yet, $1 billion company, no one is gonna cancel Disney. You don't say a bad thing about. Oh, we're family friendly. Go back and look at your founder, people.
Yep.
Okay, if you want to go after one, go after them all. Again, like Doug said, don't care what you do. You want to be a guy and dress up as a girl? Fine. You want to go from a girl to a guy? Whatever. Hey, whatever floats your boat, you do you. I don't need to know about it.
Yep.
Don't be like, oh, I'm doing this because I don't care. You live your life. I live mine. If our circles meet, great. If not, I don't want to hear about it. Lynn's
and
talking.
the dogs
And
are
the
like
dogs agree
barking.
too.
Listen.
Well, my thing is listen, this based on her world that she created, you got a lot of people that are working, like I was telling you
Yep.
before,
Yeah.
Dan. You know, and to me, it's about families. Listen, I'm gonna say it and I'll say it outright. My stepmother's Jewish. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If somebody in front of me were to, you know, go against her because of her religious beliefs or who she is, then hey, I'm gonna get in your face. You know, you're disrespecting my family. But other than that, if you want to say things and you're in a position where you're powerful and you're in a position of, you know, she's up there. This is why you got to watch what you say.
Yep.
Watch what you say.
Listen, she
You know.
supports organizations that people disagree with because of the belief system, and don't spend your money on it. You don't have to buy the game if that's not what if you don't want if you think that's supporting it. But it's like the
Yeah.
more you talk about it, and anyone who did buy the game, it doesn't mean that they're anti-Semitic or transphobic.
Yeah.
Hell, there's a trans
Nah.
character in the game, and they're saying she has nothing to do with it. So it's like if she's not receiving royalties, I say, you know what,
Leave it alone.
yeah, everyone needs to vote with your dollars, and if you don't agree, don't spend your money on it. But and you can make your opinion known, but don't try to cancel people just for saying something.
The way I see it, if you disagree with something or don't like something, don't look at it.
Yeah,
You know, that's it. And that's all good.
if you feel strongly enough about it and you spoke up, then you spoke up and you said something about it. You made it known that this is the stance you have, and that's great. You stood up and you made your voice heard. Can't do anything more than that at that point, because what are you going to do? Burn the whole thing to the ground?
Yeah, don't.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, don't. You have your opinion. Fine, state your opinion. But the moment your opinion impacts my ability to make money and feed my family, I'm sorry. That's when you cross the line, and that's when you're wrong. You can have your opinion.
Yep.
Fine. You don't like J.K. Rowling because she said X, Y, and Z? Don't buy any of her books? Fine. That is your opinion. That is your right. But for you to go around and say, don't do this, this is bad, don't do that, you're costing people money. You are putting people's livelihoods in jeopardy. And I'm sorry, that is where you cross the line.
Yep.
And we'll say it like this: hate in any form of who a person decides to be is wrong. That's that.
Right.
Old school terms here. My mom taught me right from wrong, right from wrong. You let a person live their life the way they want to do it.
Yeah.
You don't agree with them, don't mess with them, but don't harm them. Any of that is wrong.
Be whoever you want to be. Live your life as long as you're a decent person. Then I'm cool with you. It's like if you're an asshole, then you're an asshole. It's like I don't have to like you.
He's talking to you, Mike. He's talking to you, Mike.
I know he's talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm the exception to the rule though, because I'm an asshole, and he's known me for how many fucking years?
Like almost
I
like
applaud
about 20
you.
years.
Oh, I would have killed myself by now.
Oh, I've killed him in plenty of films, so it's like, I get him on screen. I've cut his head off. I've hit him with a car.
Wanted to set me on fire.
Wanted to, but didn't. I was at the very least compassionate enough that it's like, you're not a professional stunt guy, so I'm.
No, the way you sold it to me is no. We'll put the petroleum jelly on your arm. That'll get caught on fire, and that'll burn itself off.
I don't even remember that conversation.
I do.
I knew him for about 10, 11 years, and I'm like, wow. I think I met him when he had all 10 fingers. I'm not sure.
No, you didn't.
I met him when he had I knew him when he had all 10 fingers. It was the after effect of those not seeing him when he has all 10 fingers. It's like not seeing him for a while. All of a sudden, you get the handshake with the nub. So he just rubs it in the palm of your hand. It's like
he'll probably do it later. Oh, you like breaking my balls on the podcast? Here you go.
He just likes nubbing people.
I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna do that, Doug, until you brought it up. So yeah.
All right. You wake up with a shaved head. I'll leave the sides for you.
All right.
I'm gonna stay over one day and I'm gonna say, nah, go right on that couch. I'm gonna see. We're gonna watch movies. He falls asleep. I'm just gonna shave his fucking head.
Oh, I would love to see that because I've never seen him with like short hair.
Oh, give him like a Man Max style mohawk.
Guys, we got under a minute according to the Google machine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sign us off and I'm gonna re-invite you guys because I need a quick bathroom break.
All right.
So here's a word from our sponsors. I'll be right back, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Dragoon's Lair podcast. If you would like to promote on the Dragoon's Lair podcast, please feel free to email dragoonslairpodcast@gmail.com. That's dragoonslairpodcast@gmail.com. That's all one word. Dragoon is spelled with 2 O's. Please let us know if you'd like to advertise with us here at the Dragoon's Lair podcast. We hope that we can be sponsored by you. Now back to the show.
And now,
yeah, I had to, come up with a little promo in there, Not used to actually getting the opportunity to take a bathroom break during our recording sessions.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah. Now I actually have to edit.
I had the chance, I'll take one too.
Yeah. I was like, now I actually have to edit.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah, we could be in person.
Yeah, that could really suck. I had to go out and buy an entire mic just for you. It's the mic.
It's the mic.
Yep. I tested it out and I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It wasn't it wasn't an expensive end mic, so it's actually pretty good. Oh, now we have an actual visual of Doug.
Hey, Dougie!
Got the camera working. Hello out there in
Yes, sir. We're recording.
Yep. I never stop.
I want to say.
So you're gonna edit this, or?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be an edit. I did a little promo while you weren't here, asking for advertisers. If anyone would like to support the podcast,
give us money. Give us your money.
Yeah.
Give us a theme.
Well, I am looking forward to December of this year because we're supposed to be getting Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, anytime.
Now, is that supposed to be a show or a sequel?
I don't know, But remember, we've got an entire year's list of stuff that we got to talk about. So we're breaking it down slowly.
With all due respect to Ghostbusters, that new game, big time thumbs down.
Which new game? Because there was. Are you talking
There was-
one with the original 4, or is this
No,
a
no, no.
completely
The one that
different
came out years back
Yeah.
with the original 4 when Harold Ramis still voiced Egon.
Yeah.
No, that was perfect in every way. It was the newest one that just dropped, I think, the tail end of last year. I mean, the gameplay was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just, I didn't understand it. I was trying to trap ghosts. It's like they make it so hard to do everything.
Did it make you feel like it was the old Commodore 64 game for Ghostbusters?
Almost.
What about the
Almost.
old Nintendo game for Ghostbusters?
See, I don't even remember Nintendo. I remember
Sega
the Commodore
Genesis.
64.
No, I remember the Sega Genesis one where their heads were a little too big for the bodies.
Yep.
And you go up the ladder, you see their tuckers moving up and down, up and down.
See, that's where you could tell like how old I am. But I remember the Commodore 64 with on the big floppy disk that you actually
Yeah.
like. You had to you customized your own Ecto 1. You were trying to make money trapping the ghost, but you had to get through it before the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man destroys like the fire.
I remember
house.
that one. And there was
Yeah.
no color to it or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was
there
it
color
was
to
like
that?
playing the original Game Boy. Everything was cream spinach colored.
Yeah.
Oh God, I still have mine.
Is that pre-Genesis or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, way pre-Genesis. That was pre-Nintendo.
How old are
Yep.
you?
I'm 42.
I got you beat.
It's the first time. But then again, Mike
got
has
you
me
beat.
beat too. But
Mike goes to bed at like 8:30 at night, so you know.
yeah,
Yeah, it's getting late. It's 20 after 6. It's approaching
He
my
takes
bedtime. Let's
he
wrap
takes
this
his
shit
he
up.
takes his inshore. He makes sure he goes to bed
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
and
yeah,
full.
yeah.
you know,
It has some pretty
it's
decent
past
flavor,
dinner
all right?
time for Mike. He's got to get the early bird special.
Oh shit! I haven't missed a meal since birth.
No shit.
Listen, when
I like
when all you watch
cookies.
is Me
You had a few of
TV,
my meals too. It looks like, bitch.
come on. Mike only
Oh.
watches Me TV, so he's only watching like old episodes of MASH, Bonanza.
Oh, I was just gonna go off the rails. I was like, stop. We're trying to get followers, not repulse them away.
Yeah. Nah, listen.
And it was all about Mike.
A good thing they can't see us. They'd definitely be repulsed.
That's
Oh,
if I don't
God.
choose to actually post this one visually this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to see me shaking my ass again. I know.
Oh, please, God.
Oh no, I might just want to go and have it up on visual just because of the Lemmy picture behind you.
He's pointing you.
Yeah.
That's Lynn's, by the way.
She has good taste.
She does, but why did
Good
she pick me?
taste
then?
in art, bad taste
See,
in men.
I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there.
I
I
I'm
did.
not gonna go there.
I did. Good
Yeah.
taste in art, bad taste in men.
Yeah, I know. You're still single, right, Danny?
By choice, because I'm being pursued, actively pursued.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah, it's like no.
Sorry, Michelle, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, all we're saying is all in good fun and good ribbing.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
don't take anything we say personally. And if it does offend you, we're Gen X. We don't care.
Yeah. We don't
If
get
it doesn't
offended by
offend
every
you,
little
send us an
thing.
email and we'll ignore it.
And Mike, what's that email if you can actually do it this time?
The Dragoon's Lair podcast. That's at gmail.com. That's Dragoon spelled with 2 O's.
Did he say layer?
Yep, Dragoon's Lair podcast.
No. He said layer.
Yeah, well, come
He
on.
said layer.
He's saying layer, but it's lair. But
Lair.
you know that the accent just kind of overtakes. So
I'm
let me-
Italian and I
Let
can
me
say
just do
layer.
the quick promotion of that's Dragoon's Lair podcast at gmail.com. It's all one word. Dragoon is spelled with 2 O's. That's Dragoon's Lair podcast at gmail.com. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
first
we
time
gotta
Doug's
get-
getting to see me actually do shill mode.
We gotta get him to promote a mayonnaise for us or something.
Well, listen, if I can get some sponsors for this show, trust me, the shilling that will go on. I have
Oh, yeah.
no problem promoting almost anything. Almost anything, folks. Almost.
And the more you give, the more he will do.
Listen, there's a couple I can name for you right now.
Yeah. Hey,
Come on,
listen,
Blue Chew. There's Blue Chew out there. Blue
listen,
Chew's big.
if they want to promote with us, reach out. I'll take a look and see if it's something that I can agree with. I don't want to support
Manscaped.
anything I don't agree with, but I'm pretty sure Mike could use some Blue Chew.
Manscaped. We all know Mike uses that.
I don't
Oh,
think
hell,
Mike,
I
I
got
don't
mine.
think Mike has ever used anything that would involve manscaping. He
I'm not
doesn't
even
even
gonna
cut his
lie.
hair.
I'm not even gonna lie. I bought my razor. It's sitting in my drawer. I haven't yet to use it.
Listen, I'm a fan of Harry's Razors. Harry's Razors could reach out to us. I would definitely love to promote for
Harry's
them.
is amazing.
Oh,
I love
absolutely.
the post shave. Their post shave. Listen, even the face cleanser is pretty good.
Yep. And this is not a paid advertisement. We're just talking about things that we
Why
use.
not? Why not?
If you guys want to pay us, we'll give you more advertising. That's absolutely fine with us.
Oh yeah.
No.
We don't have any paid advertisers, but please feel free.
Okay, so let's talk. You guys got any favorite podcasts you listen to besides doing the one you're doing?
I have quite a few. One of which I will say I love Talkville, the Smallville rewatch podcast.
Oh yeah.
That one I
It's
love.
amazing.
I love the Christopher Titus podcast, and I am a huge fan of Pod Meets World.
Oh, okay.
So the
I
Boy
never
Meets
wa- I
World
never listened to
rewatch
that one.
podcast.
That's a complete rundown of each episode, like they do on Talkville.
Yeah, it's Daniel Fitchell, Will Friedle, and Ryder Strong watching the show for the first time, really. Like, some of them have never seen it, or they haven't seen it since it first aired. So, hearing their thoughts, they're bringing in guests and stuff. I'm like, they said for the next episode, I think they're bringing in Ethan Suplee.
All right.
Ethan Suplee?
Oh, I didn't.
Hello. He's the one from Mallrats.
Yeah, I know. He broke up. I couldn't hear what he said.
I broke up, or you just can't hear anything?
I can't hear anything, but you broke up.
Okay, there, Chief.
Wonderful co-host right there.
I know,
ladies
right?
and gentlemen.
He does. He is such a wonderful co-host. I love bouncing ideas off of Mike. It's pretty much like
But they
throwing
don't
a
go
handball
anywhere.
at a brick wall.
Don't stop. But listen, agreed. Talkville is amazing. I love. They just have Jeff. Did you see? I don't want to ruin it for you. Did you listen to the last episode?
Oh, I'm all caught up on Talkville.
Oh man, the Jeff Loeb, and I like when they get an episode that is not that great.
Oh yeah,
and they talk down about it.
yeah. That's the thing,
So-
It's great to hear Michael Rosenbaum where he's like, Rosenbaum, you're shitting on the show. Stop shitting on the show.
And Welling just starts to laugh because they have a very good rapport,
Oh, those two have a great relationship. It came through on the show that those guys got along and they work well together. And having them talk about the show and give their ratings on the episodes is so great, because one of my favorite things was for the Arrowverse to actually go and have Tom Welling come back for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
He throws. You've seen it. Any spoilers out there? It's about to happen.
Too bad. You had plenty of time to watch it.
He throws. No. I'm just saying. I watched that. Like the crossover episodes. I've watched all of them. But when Lex is what's his name from 2.5 Men, John Cryer, throws the friggin' kryptonite at him. He catches it, looks at it. John Cryer's like, "What the hell?" And he just just drops it. Yeah, I gave him my powers. I'm like, what?
Not all of his powers though. Not all. Of he still picked them up like no problem.
No, he was just Tom Welling looks like he's a strong dude, so you figure he's working on a farm. He'd be able to pick him up as a Clark Kent that just works on a farm.
But the little in-betweens I think of, in-betweens, how did that happen? They never explained how it happened. So now in my little brain, my big brain, whatever you want to call it, it just now it's like how did that happen?
Listen, in my personal headcanon, I love the fact that Tom Welling's universe, he has 2 daughters, where Superman and Lois, they have 2 sons.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested to see when the show comes back, how they're going to handle the replacement of one of the sons. Because the actor, he was having issues and he left the show and they just recast it.
Oh wow, that usually does something. It changes
The
something, but
dynamic,
yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what they do, especially because they decided that Superman and Lois is a different universe.
hmm
And I'm like, really? Makes no sense to me because it's like,
Yeah,
why does
but
Diggle
isn't
keep
that
showing up?
isn't that Superman and Lois? Isn't that falling under the Supergirl universe?
It was supposed to, but after Crisis, then everything merged. But
Yeah,
then
that's right.
it's now a completely different one because they've completely forgotten about Kara altogether.
Oh wow.
Did they?
Yeah, they don't mention her. It's like they don't. It's like it's completely ignored because it's like, oh, where's Superman in a time of crisis? It's like, where's his cousin? It's like we all know she's flying around out there. That's why it's like, oh, it's a different universe. So it became confusing when they did that.
Talking about DC, now we're gonna get into the movies a little bit. I hope
Yeah,
you don't mind.
a little bit.
So, what do you think about Black Adam? Yeah.
It was all right. It was nothing to write home about. The Henry Cavill at the very end was, it wasn't worth them bringing him back for then not using him ever again.
Well, that was the thing.
At
He
the
was
time,
supposed to
right?
jump
He was
back
supposed to come
in.
back.
You know.
He was supposed to
So,
come back,
Yeah,
and then James Gunn said, "Yeah, no."
James Gunn, if you're ever listening to this, sir, please give the Zack Snyder universe an official closeout before you move forward. I would like to see a proper going away, if you will,
well, I think
of
Well,
that
I
universe.
think it's
that's
proper
what.
going away is the Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what. I
that's
don't
the
think he's going to
next.
get a proper going away that we all want.
Yep.
I just think this is okay. We're going to just
And I
put it in a
told Mike
plastic
this.
bag and throw it away.
I told Mike this. I think that's gonna do a nice soft reset on everything.
Oh,
That
it
movie.
is.
It needs to be. They need a soft reboot because they can't completely get rid of everything. But it's like you're gonna keep Jason Momoa, but it's like, is he still gonna be Aquaman, or is it the possibility of Lobo?
I heard
hmm
both.
Which, yeah, he could pull double
And
duty. But then again, I look at Aquaman and I'm just like, he talks to fish. I think Marvel did a better job with Namor in this new Black Panther movie
yeah,
than they did with Aquaman.
my thing is you get two Batmans in this movie.
Yeah, you get two Batmans, but it's like I'm still it's and they're two Batmans I want to see. But
Right.
it's like,
Affleck and Keaton,
yeah,
right?
but
Yeah,
I wanted to see what Affleck would have done in a Batman standalone movie.
yeah. We're gonna get that. But I just read something that he's sticking around as like an executive producer.
Yeah.
Who after?
Affleck. He's gonna be sticking around overseeing Batman stuff.
Which may not be a bad thing. I will
No.
say one thing that I was interested when I found out was there was an interview with John Leguizamo where he revealed he was about to be the Vulture.
Really?
Yep. He said he had got, like, I guess Michael Keaton went and kind of turned it down, and they approached Leguizamo. They were ready to go, and Keaton wanted the part back, and they were like, would you give it up? And he gave it up. They offered him like a small bit part, and he was like, no. We could have got
Wow.
John Leguizamo as the Vulture, and I'm like,
Yeah,
That would
but
have been interesting.
that wouldn't have played. I don't know. I believed Michael Keaton's character in that. You
oh,
know,
Michael Keaton as Vulture was amazing, but
square guy.
I still wanted to see John Leguizamo as a villain in the Spider-Man universe. Because I mean, let's face it: if you saw Violent Night, John
yeah.
Leguizamo is amazing.
Oh yeah, that movie was something.
Well, if you had to cast Leguizamo as a Spider-Man villain, who would it be?
Ooh,
You know what?
I might
I
actually.
was just thinking about that. I just thought about it too.
Who?
I don't know, but I know you're gonna be probably like maybe like a darker version of Venom. That's the only thing I could see.
You know, I wouldn't have seen him as like a Venom. I actually kind of picture him more as if they actually would have gone and expanded for quite possibly being like either like a new version of Shocker or even as like an Electro.
I see. I was thinking
Shocker, I could see.
I would think
Shocker, I
of
could see.
Shocker, and maybe possibly having him be a Oh crap! I just had it.
Craven the
Um,
Hunter.
yes, Craven.
Yeah.
Nah.
See,
I could see him. I could see him doing
I could have
Craven.
seen him as
Craven,
Craven the
nah.
Hunter, but I'm interested to see what they do with Aaron Taylor Johnson because that's going to be
He's going to be
interesting.
Craven.
Yep, Quicksilver is going to be Craven.
All right.
So Kick-Ass is going to be Craven for a movie. Sony's focusing on the villains, and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be interesting, but the universes are going to be crazy. So
You know what though? Think about your you as a kid getting a glimpse into this future of all these movies. Your mind would explode. It's just amazing. The different universes finally happening, and
oh yeah,
I dig it all.
oh yeah, I couldn't imagine this being a different way. Like after seeing what they've done, even though I still love Andrew Garfield as like Spider-Man,
He was
Yep.
darker. He
he
was
was
that
darker,
darkness you were looking.
but he
Not
also
that he.
had the comedic edge where he
Yes.
was funnier as
See,
Spider-Man.
that's the one thing I give. That's why I put Andrew Garfield Spider-Man as the number one over Tobey Maguire, because Spider-Man always had the quips, and I was disappointed that in the Maguire Spider-Man he didn't have the jokes. When you had
Listen,
Andrew Garfield, he was
Oh,
spitting out jokes left and right.
Andrew Garfield sold it for me the second they did the whole thing with the guy pulling the knife on him, and he's like, "Oh my God, no! You found my weakness,
Yes.
yeah.
sharp knives," and then he just shoots him, and then he shoots him with the webbing in the balls. I was like, you
That's
know what?
hysterical.
Yep, that's the Spider-Man that we all know and love.
And
And
I even
then
liked it when he was on the phone in the first one with Gwen, and he's telling her not to go, and
Yep.
he's losing the fight, and he's like, "Oh, oh man!" He couldn't. He was like, "Do you believe this shit?" He
you
sold
know
it
what?
pretty well.
I liked them in the newest Spider-Man movie because they
Yeah.
all, they're all coming through the portals, and
Yep.
they find them,
They
and
get
in the
their
end,
redemption.
Yeah.
but also you hear him explaining like, I stopped pulling my punches, which mean he got even darker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes you want to see another one from his universe, and then we all agree, Spider-Man 3. Listen, you got an evil dancing black suit Spider-Man going through the streets. We need a little bit of a redemption for that,
Yeah, we do.
So, a Spider-Man 4, they open it up to the possibilities are endless.
See,
All right.
in all honesty, I think if like Sony was going to be smart and wanted to tap into that, they should do animated for like an Amazing Spider-Man for Garfield where he actually does the voice, and the same thing for Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them an animated one because I mean, hopefully they're both going to pop up into the Spider-Verse too.
I could see it happening. I
cartoon.
wouldn't.
Yeah, the animated one is they're doing Into the Spider-Verse 2, and it looks like Miguel O'Hara's coming after him. So Miles is going to have to be dealing with Miguel O'Hara.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that, but I hope Christopher Barnes voices Miguel O'Hara like he did in Spider-Man: Edge of Time.
Well, yeah.
He was good. He was Spider-Man in the cartoon in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions was a great game and had all the voices of previous Spider-Men popping up as different time periods and different versions of Spider-Man. And they still incorporated Spider-Ham.
Yeah, that's the game that they had all of them, right?
Yep.
They had yeah. That's the one that eluded me. I never got my hands on that one.
I played it, but I didn't buy it because thankfully GameStop had the borrow policy of you could borrow it for like 3 days.
You know who loved that game?
Who?
Rob.
Yeah.
Rob loved Shattered Dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob had some good taste in some games, so it's a shame he's not with us anymore. Huh?
Hey, you know what? That guy loved Kiss. Anytime I hear Dr. Love, if I have a can of soda, I just lift it up. I give him a salute.
Yeah. And that's the thing, it's we've all had our experiences with different games and stuff that we love, and there are games that we don't like. There's going to be a game that you played that you just absolutely can't stand.
Like Call of Duty. Yes,
Yeah,
that's right. I said it.
I'm not a first person shooter game. Call of Duty, Halo was where I learned that I am not a shooter game person because I don't blink that much, so my eyes start watering because I'm staring at the screen. Next thing I know, I'm like, the second I wipe my eyes or I blink, that's when I end up getting killed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I'm on an. I'll put it on easy, and I still can't get past the freaking. I got Call of Duty, the first one, which I let my son play. I told him on my Xbox S, that's for you. Play it, do what you want with it. Now the same thing's gonna be for the PlayStation 5. I was like, let me give my hand because I love like the World War stuff. So I bought the WW2. Same thing. I'm being shot at, killed before I even get to the line where I gotta
Oh
go.
yeah. See, I'm
I'm
not
like,
a fan of the fact that everything's gone online multiplayer
I don't
because
like
yeah, forget it.
multiplayer.
I hate the fact
Forget
that
it.
it's like, okay, it's great, but I miss having people actually come over and
Yeah,
like play where we're all looking at the same screen rather
Yeah.
than, hey, everyone's watching everything and they're playing, but it's like, who paid for all the extra bonus stuff online?
yep.
Who got the specialty gun so they have like ultimate kills? I'm like, sorry guys, it's like your microtransactions have really gone above and beyond.
Yeah, I don't get all that stuff.
Yeah, I prefer like single player where I don't have to play online. I don't want to play against other people. Grand Theft Auto went and proved to me their online was when I did not want to play online because it's like some kid who shouldn't even have the game is like
Yeah,
stalking and killing me in the game.
Yeah.
That's when I turned on my mic and I actually went, I plugged it in and I'm like, listen, you little shit. You're not even old enough to have this fucking game. I'm your worst goddamn nightmare. I'm the guy from GameStop who tells your parents what's in the game so you shouldn't even have it.
that's the true noob master right there.
Oh, yeah.
You
After,
are the one who do all the ball
oh,
lickers.
yeah. I just went, I stopped playing after that and I was like, you know what? You ruin the experience because it's like, you won't, it's like you're just stalking someone to kill them rather than how about you let somebody get used to the controls, play. It's like, no.
That happened in Gotham Knights too. I was playing, and all of a sudden, I seen somebody come in, and they're assisting me. I'm like, I didn't invite nobody into my game, but
Mhm.
because I have the online, I had
Online
the
open.
online package. No,
Yep.
no, no. I had online package. I guess I'm not gonna go in there and set all my presets and stuff. People could just walk in your game when you're playing. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
So I had to go in my presets, shut that all off. It's like ridiculous.
Well,
I don't need nobody's help.
the
Let me
funny thing
die by
is,
myself.
you brought up Gotham Knights. Did you see they put out the commercial after the Flash for the new
Hmm.
show Gotham Knights?
Yeah, I didn't see it yet.
I am
Don't.
not watching this piece of shit.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be. I like the game, but you get to a certain level, and then I put it down for a number of months. I'm like, yeah, I got to start this over. I don't even because you got what? You got Batgirl, you got Red Hood, you got Robin, you got all these people you got to play as, and you just forget.
Oh yeah, you forget the controls. I went because of playing The Last of Us. I real like watching the show. I forgot. I never finished the second game. So I went back to play it and I'm like, I'm constantly dying. All of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? I'm not rage quitting this one. I'm actually lowering the difficulty setting.
I put mine to story anywhere between story and normal. If it's way too hard on normal, that means hard must be impossible.
Oh, yeah. That's why
So
I normally try it on normal. And if I have no choice, I want to see the story. I'll,
yeah, each story are easy. There's two difference now.
yeah.
There's two different. They do the story and then they do easy. Easy gives you a light mode of challenges. But I gotta be honest with you, man. Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yep.
I had it on easy, and there's this point where these guys are coming in at you with these arrows, and I'm dead.
Yep.
I had to put it on very easy. Yes, that's right. They had a very easy mode, and I'm like, okay, now I'm not getting so pissed off. You
Well,
know
yeah, because no one wants to break their controller.
exactly. Yeah, Mike. I'm sitting right here. He has a bunch of games. The PS3's in the box somewhere. No controllers. You know what I'm gonna do? One day I'm gonna go. Next time I do my eBay adventure, or if I see a PS3 controller just laying there in the garage sale, I'm picking it up for you, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's like we just got to get him a gift,
Not only
and gift him
that,
a controller.
I want to play Deadpool. He has the three different games,
Yep.
Spider-Man games I never played. I
Yep.
want to play those. He was gonna lend them to me, but you can't do the backwards compatibility
Yep.
through the discs with the PS5, unfortunately.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, that's the problem though. Backwards compatibility has always been an issue when it comes to gaming, and the fact that people aren't
Well,
getting to actually do the backwards compatibility is the problem nowadays.
here's the thing: they're doing it on the PS Plus now.
Oh yeah, so they're
You have a
making
lot of them.
yeah, because they want you to pay for their subscription, and then you can play the stuff. But it's like, okay, we're locking you in, where now you have to pay for it.
I did the year. I just went for broke.
Yeah. I'm somebody who it's like I don't like doing that unless it's like there's got to be something really worth it.
I needed the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, great game. But I'm not gonna sit there and try to follow a truck just to get a picture of the license plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thankfully I got the games for the PS4, so
Mhm.
I've already beaten them. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
Miles Morales, it wasn't easy.
no, it was not easy, but there were some cool Easter eggs in there.
Oh yeah, the gameplay, the story's fun,
Oh yeah.
but when you do those challenges, and if it's a time challenge, oh forget it. You'll be doing that for a couple times at least.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get the platinum trophies, the gold trophies for that, and the platinums because I can't do it.
I'm okay. I like silver anyway, bro.
Apparently, I
pref-
like bronze because I get the bronze trophies no problem. Every now and then a silver, but I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
no, I get the silvers usually because, like I said, I'm on story, I'm on easy, so I do little things and I figure it out, and I'm like, oh, I catch on, and I just start.
Yeah,
The controls is hard to remember. That's
there's
all.
only one game I'm planning on really gunning for to get myself the platinum, and that's the entire Mass Effect franchise.
Okay, you're
Is
big
that-
on that. I know.
I love Mass Effect. I've beaten all the games. I just don't play them on the extreme difficulty. So it's like I'm gonna actually be the idiot doing them on the extreme difficulty, trying to get everything.
Well, that's cool. Well, as long as you enjoy them. I actually started playing the Dragon Ball Z one that came out. I forgot the name. You might be able to pronounce it better than I do.
Budokai Tenkaichi, or
No.
there's a bunch of them.
Kakarot,
Kakarot?
something. Yeah, Kakarot. It's
Kakarot.
funny. I can't say it. Because
Oh,
I say it sounds like this Kakarot. I can't say it.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It's
Yeah.
it's basically Goku.
Yeah, but it's you're going around. You got to stop at home. Then you get to you're flying. You're fighting these guys. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, if I do post this as a video, it's like people can see I've got my anime background. So I have my Vegeta figure on my wall on my shelf. So it's like I've been a fan. I love anime, and it's like that's one of those things. But the games themselves, I'm like I just don't really play the games.
Well, it's fun. It's a
Yeah.
fun break from everything else that I do. I like fighting games.
Yeah.
I wanted to break from the norm, and it's just it's a lot of people that play that online too.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
Mike, you sent me a photo earlier, so you want to promote that?
Yeah. Two films that I've done. One I shot last year. The Fourth Wall, written by Greg Holmes, I just got an email today. The Fourth Wall was an honorable mention it was an honorable mention for the best short main category at the Movie Play International Film Festival. And another film that I've written, Slobberknocker, won the best short script main category for the Movie Play International Film Festival. So,
Right. Congratulations,
Yep,
Mike.
there we go, Mike. Yep, let's give you a round of applause here. it'll be in the audio because you can hear the applause. Um, but yeah, no, like at least like I figured I wanted to give you an opportunity to promote, and like you got something that it's like, hey, here's something positive to be about. So it's like let's give you the opportunity. So
Yeah, and basically, well, Doug will get a kick out of this. Slobberknocker, I got inspired to write it after we saw the first Grand Slam out
Wow.
out in Queens. What was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yep. On the way home, I was like, because we were all I had like 5, 6 people in my car, and we were all bullshitting. And like, if we knew now about the wrestling business, what we knew then, like how to get into it, how to start, like we would try it. And I was like, well, let me write something like that. And 70 some odd pages later, I had Slobberknocker, and I sent it, I submitted it to all these festivals, and I got like, I don't know, 80. No, we don't like it. You didn't get selected. And yesterday I looked down, award winner. I was like, oh shit.
50 no's and one yes is still a yes.
It's still a yes.
Is it print? Do you have it on PDF or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to send that to me. I want to read it because I was there that night with him, and
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's the night on the way back his car just flat out died.
That was the night.
Was it? Yeah. It's always something with Mike. It's like, hey, your car's dead. Oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna push it all the way home. But that was like that was an inaugural event. It surpassed everything I ever seen.
Yep.
So I could see why. I could see why it inspired him to write that, man.
And that's the good thing about AEW is because when they do a show, when you go to an AEW show, you might spend 40 $40 for a ticket, but you're getting 3 shows. You're getting Dark, you're getting Dynamite, you're getting Rampage. So you're getting more than your money's worth.
Sometimes you get 5 hours.
Sometimes you get 5 hours.
Hey, listen,
$40.
you and I had a great experience like right before COVID going to see Steel Panther.
Yeah, and I'm going again.
Yeah.
Steel Panther was amazing.
That's amazing.
And
you have to experience it.
Oh yeah,
If
and
you
their
ever-
opening band that night of Stitched Up Heart, they were
Yep.
amazing.
What were they about? They were just a local band, or
yeah, it's metal, like, but they're like the lead singer. She went from like very melodic to practically scream metal.
Yeah,
like without really any
Wow.
change up transition, where you were like, whoa, okay, this was a lot more than I thought.
and then when she went off, when she started playing the guitar, holy shit!
Oh yeah. So it was like they were all like the opening act is talented. Steel Panther was like hilarious up on stage, along with actually being good. There was that one guy that kept complimenting my sideburns, trying to get past me in the crowd.
Yep.
Came up from behind me. He's like, dude, I love your sideburns. I'm like, thanks. I still wasn't moving. He then goes, he tries to come back up like a few songs later, and he's like, dude, you have amazing sideburns.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you were on something, but I'm still not moving.
Yeah, I never seen him. This is gonna be the first time.
Yo, you're gonna enjoy yourself, Doug.
Oh yeah. Wish I could go. It's like I'm just not there
You're still
yet.
healing up?
Yeah, I'm still healing
buddy?
up. My legs just not concert ready.
All right, I hear you, man.
I mean, I've done it.
Get better soon, brother, so we could all hang out.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's one of those things where it's like my mobility, it gets better, but I'm having some like rough patches right now. So I got to figure out what I got to do to get the full healing done. So, but it is what it is. I just got to take my time. But I want to actually wrap up today's show because we've done an extra large, extra special episode. Thank you, Doug.
I'm an extra
for being
large
here.
guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Doug, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Any of your socials?
I'm Brolic _79 on Twitter. Doug Pack 79 on the Instagram. No ticky tock for me though.
No ticky tack.
Nope.
Ticky tack.
Mike,
What?
promote
Oh
yourself,
yeah, okay.
bitch.
Oh my God.
He's the worst.
I am.
Wake up!
You all know where to find me. I'm on Facebook, Hamster Pellet Productions. I'm on Instagram, Hamster Pellet Productions, and I'm on the Ticking Talk, and at you guessed it, Hamster Pellet Productions, and Twitter on Hamster Pellet 17. There you go. So yeah, I threw you a curveball there.
And by 9 o'clock, he's in his bed snoring.
Hey, 8:30.
He will not be checking those messages while from 8 o'clock at night until like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I get up at 5, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Wrap it up.
I am
I gotta go to bed in an hour. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, right? So I am the Blue Dragoon himself. You can find me at Blue Dragoon 13 on Instagram, on TikTok. You can also find my YouTube page, which got to come up with some stuff for that, but it's Blue Dragoon 13. And you can find me here. So you can email me at Dragoon's Lair Podcast at gmail.com. That's Dragoon's Lair Podcast with 2 O's, all one word. Dragoon's Lair Podcast at gmail.com. Reach out to us, like let us know. You know, we want to hear what you have to say. We want to know what. Give us ideas for shows. Give us a topic to talk about. As you can see, Doug gave us some topics. We went and we time traveled, and we're going to do more time traveling down the line. So thank you, Doug, for supporting the show and helping us out and being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And we will definitely have you back. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And you know what? Anyone out there, we want to hear from you guys. So just shoot us an email, reach out on the socials, and, see what happens. Maybe we can get this fan base growing big enough where we actually get some sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Stay here.
Now
Bye-bye,
get out.
kids.
Bye.
Later, people.
Go home!